Let's talk about removing skin tags naturally with things you have around the house.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Let's talk about removing skin tags. You know, skin tags are little growths that come off on your face or your arms and your legs and different places. And normally they don't bother. Sometimes they don't look good. Other times, you know, they can be chafed and start to bleed. So a lot of people want to get rid of them. And I understand that too. But here are 20 different ways that you can get rid of skin tags naturally, easily, in your own privacy of your own home. So really great. Also, from my standpoint as an herbalist, I find that a lot of people get skin tags because they're toxic. That's all there is to it. And if you're getting skin tags all the time, I highly recommend either doing, coffee enemas or detoxing with burdock root, dandelion root, and milk thistle. Those are really important to get rid of those toxins in your body. Your body's reacting to those toxins. Also, people with, high cholesterol and high blood sugar get skin tags too, so that's something to think about. So if you have one of those diseases going on, you might want to go to your doctor and check about your skin tags being connected to, your disease. So here's a bunch of quick and easy ways to get rid of skin tags. First of all is freezing. You have these little kits, for warts and that type of thing. Also work great for skin tags. And you just put it over the top and push the button and freeze it and it falls off. That's probably the easiest way to get rid of skin tags. Absolutely. Also, when I worked in a lab, I used liquid nitrogen. Really worked great. Even for warts, it worked really great for warts. And that's what normally a podiatrist would use also for getting rid of plantar warts and that type of thing. Also cutting. You can use a little scalpel, and if it's a tiny one, you can cut it yourself or use a fingernail clipper and cut them off, that type of thing. Sometimes they will grow back though. And so you want to make sure you have a Band-Aid ready, and you can put a little bit of something on, an antibiotic cream or something on there, and make sure you don't get an infection. So that's a good thing to do. Also, you can use things like rubber bands and also dental floss, Dental floss works great. You can tie it around the skin tag and tie it really tight, and it'll fall off in 3, 4, 5 days and just be gone. There's no doubt about that. Really works great. Also works great with a rubber band, a thin, strong rubber band. You can tie it around that area too, and it'll fall off. Really does a great job. Also, tea tree oil helps in a great way also. Excuse me. And you can take a Band-Aid, actually put some tea tree oil on the Band-Aid and put it on the area and leave it for 5 or 6 days, and then change it and put some new tea tree oil on a couple times a day, and you'll see that skin tag will naturally fall off. Also, there's one of my favorite methods is duct tape. There's a 10 billion uses for duct tape. I think it was Apollo 11. They also use duct tape. So it's really important. You can take a little duct tape, pull it off and cut it into the size that fits the skin tag and put that on there. If the area is kept from having oxygen, it actually will fall off after a while. And you can put the duct tape on there and let it stay there for a week, maybe even 2 weeks. That's probably one of the easiest ways. Take it off, I would say every 2 or 3 days. Let it air out for a couple minutes, and then put another piece back on. And that will do a great job also. Apple cider vinegar is another one, and does a great job of getting rid of skin tags. You can take another Band-Aid, put a little apple cider vinegar on it, put it on the skin tag. It'll fall off after a while. You have to keep it on for about 5 or 6 days, and, put some new apple cider vinegar on every day. That's the best way to do it. Pineapple juice, one of my favorites. This is some pineapple we cut up yesterday, in fact. And the pineapple juice has all kinds of agents in it which have to dissolve skin tags. And you can take and put some of the juice onto a Band-Aid and put it on the area and change it. In 5 or 6 days, the skin tag is going to drop off. There's absolutely no doubt about it in my mind. So try some pineapple juice if you have pineapples around like we do all the time. Also, castor oil and baking soda paste. That is a good one too. Take a little bit of baking soda, add a little bit of castor oil to it, make it into a paste, enough to make it into a paste. Put that on a Band-Aid, put it on the affected area, and let it sit there for 20 minutes, and then wash it off and cover it with a Band-Aid and repeat daily. So put it on there for 20 minutes and then actually wash it off and then repeat daily until that castor oil and baking soda actually kills the skin tag and it falls off by itself. Also, onion and salt paste, a good old yellow onion, you know. I love some of the Cajun cooks. I cannot cook without my onion. We always have yellow onions around, but any kind of onion will work. And make a thick paste of, you know, have some salt, put in some onion juice in there, actually mix it up and put it on the affected area and repeat daily. And I put it with a Band-Aid also, and until the skin tag falls off, and that works really great also. Banana peel. No, we're not going to go sliding on the banana peel. No. Or you can take an inside part of the banana peel, and we cut a little piece and put it in a Band-Aid over the top of it and let it sit there, and that actually will change the banana peel every day, and that actually will kill the skin tag after a while, and it will fall off on its own. So really good for all kinds of things. Banana peels are. Actually, you can eat banana peels and put them in smoothies. They're really full of lots of nutrition too. Also, vitamin E is great. You take vitamin E and put a dab on the area, onto the skin tag, and put a Band-Aid on it and reapply it every day. And that also works for some people. I find that that was probably my least effective method, but it does work for some people. So try vitamin E. Bloodroot powder. This is a caustic agent, bloodroot powder. This is a caustic agent, and you want to make a paste of the powder with water and put a dab it on the area, apply it on the skin, and keep it there for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then wash it off completely because it's caustic, and repeat it daily until the skin tag drops off. That's bloodroot powder. Caustic stuff, there's no doubt about it. Also, fig leaf sap. If you have a fig leaf tree out, you know, a fig tree outside, and the sap, you know, the white sap that comes out of the leaves themselves, dab that on the area, and 3 or 4 times a day, and put a Band-Aid on there also, and take off the Band-Aid, dab some on, put the Band-Aid on, 3 or 4 times, do that every day, 3 or 4 times, and then eventually that skin tag will fall off. Also, poinsettia leaf sap also works great. You know, we use that for warts also. And poinsettia leaf sap is caustic, and you can take the sap, the white sap, and put it on, rub it on the area, and like cover it with a Band-Aid and repeat it 3 or 4 times a day until that skin tag actually falls off and you're free of any kind of skin tag. Also, a ginger slice. You know, take a piece of ginger you find in the store, pick a little tiny slice. You know, it depends on the size of the skin tag also, so a big slice or a little slice, and put a Band-Aid on there and cover it with a Band-Aid and let it sit for, you know, 3, 4 days, 5 days, and it eventually will fall off. Also, potato slice. You know, a raw potato, take a little slice and do the exact same thing. Put a potato slice there, put a Band-Aid over it, and then actually change it every day. And eventually that causticness out of the potato. Actually, potatoes, the actual stuff is actually slightly caustic, you know, and the juice of it itself, and actually will remove the skin tag itself. Also, dandelion stem juice. If you have dandelions growing in your yard, more than likely, like everybody else, pick up one of the leaves, squish it, get that white sap, and smear it on the tag, skin tag, and put a Band-Aid on there, and do that 3 or 4 times a day, and eventually that skin tag is going to fall off also. Also, black walnut hull powder. Yeah, this is used a lot for killing parasites. Black walnut hull powder. Like I said, black walnut hull powder. And you can make a paste of that with water and apply it to the skin tag and let it sit for about an hour. It's very caustic, then you're going to have to wash it off. And you can apply that 2 or 3 times a day until the skin tag falls off. So, you know, take some of the black walnut hull powder, put it on the skin, let it sit for an hour or so, and then wash it off. It's caustic also. And then I reapply it 3 or 4 times a day, and eventually within a day or 2, actually, it'll fall off. Oregano oil and coconut oil together. Also take 1 part of oregano oil and 1 part coconut oil and mix it together and dab it on the skin tag and 4 or 5 times a day, and eventually that skin tag is going to fall off also. You know, it's a powerful antioxidant, does a great job. Also, aspirin paste. Take aspirin and a white aspirin and smash it up, put a little water with it, and that does a great job of killing the skin tag. Put that on your skin tag and put a Band-Aid over it, and repeat that every day until it falls off. It does a great job. Some people also use that for warts too. So another one is really great is garlic, and garlic is really wonderful for killing skin tags also. Garlic and lemon juice, and take a little bit of the thick paste of fresh garlic, and so take your clove of garlic, mash it up, you know, mince it up, and a little lemon juice, and take that paste and put it on the skin tag itself 3 or 4 times a day, and cover it with a Band-Aid, and eventually that skin tag will fall off also. Another one is cloves of garlic, also cloves and cauliflower paste. So you take cloves, the spice, and a little bit of garlic, which is minced up, a little bit of the cauliflower, which has been minced up, and you make that into a nice paste and put that on your skin tag 3 or 4 times a day and cover it with a Band-Aid, and eventually also your skin tag is going to fall off. So lots of different ways to do this. So it's like cloves, the spice, garlic, the spice, and cauliflower, a little bit of cauliflower minced up and mashed up, and mix those together 1 to 1. I know 1 part of each, and put that on the skin tag, and it really does a good job also. And there's probably a lot more that I could go through here. There's probably about 100, but this is the ones I recommend. And also, there's also going to your doctor, and they will do a good job of taking off that skin tag too. And sometimes they burn them, sometimes they freeze them, sometimes they cut them. So there are lots of different ways that they can do it. So if you have skin tags, you don't have to live with that anymore. You can get rid of them naturally, and you don't have to worry about, you know, having caustic things around. You can just use natural things that you find at the store, you know. Also, you know, dental floss, onions, duct tape, pineapple, all kinds of goodies that will work to actually get rid of skin tags. Also, if you want to get a hold of me and do a consultation, I ask for a $50 donation, and let's get you on the road to feeling really great. You don't have to have a chronic, you know, condition of some kind. That's really not good. You know, I'm going to be 67 in September 10th, and I feel like 20, really. And I do a lot of workout, walk 8 miles a day, and do a lot of pull-up crunches and stomach crunches. I work out on the rowing machine and work out on the heavy bag, all kinds of stuff. So you can have that energy also and get rid of your disease. There's no reason to have high blood pressure, no reason to have diabetes, no reason to have MS, no reason to have all kinds of arthritic problems, even rheumatoid arthritis, on and on and on. Let's get rid of that. Also, if you want to prevent yourself from coming down with cancer, I recommend reading my book, Live a Cancer-Free Life, and we can make it so you don't come down with cancer and actually prevent the possibility of that happening. And because you don't want to be a statistic. That's absolutely possible. Not good whatsoever. 3 out of 5, moving towards 4 out of 5 people are coming down with cancer now. This is a quick read, and it gives you everything you need to know to prevent cancer. What's decrease your chances of coming down with cancer by 1,000%. That's really great. And at the same time, we're going to increase your antioxidants by a huge amount and prevent disease in general in your life. So if you want to check on that, I'll put that in the first comment. You can actually see the link and then go to Amazon and order the book. And I would love to have you buy it and bring a little money our way. And we appreciate that very, very much. So have a wonderful day. Remember God, and remember, I love you.